I could go on, but I'm just going to let him play and show you how good he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Toby Walker.
Hi, how are you? Sure glad it didn't rain. so much. Do I have time for one more, Jeff? I do. Good. All right. Well, it's really cool to be here. Wow, look at that. The Delaware River's right over there. Damn. This is a nice scenery. You all should be facing that way. It's prettier than I am. Well, this next tune, more like a country type song, I played this one in bars for years and years and years, and it always went over in bars. And that's usually because by the third set, everybody was pretty well lit. So unless you brought drinks, if you like this one, I know it goes over without alcohol. So here we go. You know she goes to the baker when she wants a little cake. She goes to the butcher when she wants a pound of steak. She goes to the doctor when she's got a little cold. And she goes to the gypsy when she wants a fortune told. But when she wants wants good loving. My baby, she's a coming home to me. Yeah, when she wants good loving, my baby, she's a coming home to me. She goes to Big Daddy when she wants a real nice mink. She goes to the plumber when she wants to fix her sink. She goes to the pawn shop when she needs a little loot. She goes to the beauty parlor when she wants to look real cute. And when she wants good loving, my baby, she's a coming home to me. Yeah, when she wants good loving, my baby, she's a coming home to me. Oh, come home now. When she wants to take a dip, she drinks some Coca-Cola when she wants a little sip. She goes to her daddy when she wants a pair of shoes, and she goes to her mama when she's down and got the blues. But when she wants good loving, when she needs good loving, my baby, she's a coming home to me. When she wants good loving, my baby, she's a coming home to me. Ah, come on home, honey. There you go. Always like to hear a woo. Woos are fun. So at this point, I'd like to introduce my band. They're right here. I call it the band in my hand. All right, my thumb is a bass player, so it's like, and then my fingers do lead guitar and rhythm guitar while the bass player's playing. This instrumental will sort of demonstrate all that. I want to imitate like maybe a swing band, so I'm going to bring in a clarinet player, a horn section. And if my drummer cooperates, a drummer. So here we go. It's called Swing Beam. I'm going to bring in the clarinet. Get the rhythm section. Get the lead guitar. section. Let's get the drummer. Let's have a hand for that drummer. Thank you. Thanks a lot. This is a steel guitar. If there was a spotlight, it would shine right, reflect right back into your eyes. But seeing as how we don't have a spotlight, we're going to just shine it anyway. I used to play in a little bar in Central Islip, New York, called A Taste of Honey. I was the guitar player, there was a drummer, and there was the most incredible Hammond B3 organist I have ever seen or heard. Hammond B3, if it has pedals on the floor, and it's got a row here and a row here of keys, and this guy was great at 83 years old. The guy was incredible. And every night when we played there, he would have his big glass of bourbon sitting right on top of that organ. Before we got up, he would have 2 glasses of bourbon. And during the first set, you know, he's playing, and when that glass got empty, he'd be on one hand doing this, and he'd be looking up at the bartender pointing to the empty glass. So one day I said to him, I go, yeah, he never missed a note. One day I said to him, I said, hey, Bobby, aren't you worried what you're doing to your health? And he said, son, I started drinking when I was 9 years old. I'm 83. You do the math. That's what he said to me. Couldn't believe it. So this is a song called I'm Gonna Keep On Drinking. All right, I'm gonna play some slide guitar for you here. Little lady, she was about 20 years old. She said, you stop that drinking, I'll satisfy your soul. But I'm gonna keep on drinking. I'm gonna keep on drinking. I'm gonna keep on drinking. Good liquor gonna carry me down. And I knew this other lady, she was real high class. She said, you ain't gonna find no answer in a whiskey glass, but I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on drinking. Good liquor gonna carry me down. I die, this is all that I crave. A real good preacher to stay on my grave, 'cause I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on drinking, good liquor gonna carry me down. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. This one little one is called Take a Walk With Me. Take a little walk with me. Yeah, come on, baby, take a little walk with me. You know I got that something that I want you to see. You know I got that something, baby, make you jump and shout. Know you're old enough to know what I'm talking about. Get in step, baby. Take a little walk, take a little walk, take a little walk with me. You know I got that something that I want you to see. I hear you feeling down, baby. I hear you feeling blue. Dr. Toby Walker got the medicine for you. Yeah. Take a little walk, take a little walk, take a little walk with me. Something, baby, that I want you to see. Late at night on the telephone, wondering what a guy like you is doing home alone. Baby, come take a little walk. You know I got that something that I want you to see. I changed the pace a little bit here. I toured England once or twice a year for 14 years, all over the place. Wales, up in Scotland. And my manager and I had a gig at this little pub right near the Scottish border. And we get up there, I had to play at about 5 o'clock. So we got up there around 2 o'clock. And that's when I heard my first pint of ale. I was just sitting there drinking it down, and then about, an hour later, I had my second pint of ale. And that's all I was allowed. Any night I was playing, it was just I only had 2 pints. And then there's this commotion outside the pub in the street. So everybody's getting up and looking out there, and there were no fewer than 20 dancers and musicians in kilts. And they stopped right there in front of the, like the Macy's Day Parade in Herald Square. They stopped right there in front of the bar, and they're dancing, and there were these musicians had there was a tuba player, obviously a bagpipe player. They had violins, mandolins, they had a guitar, banjo, they had saxophone, everything. And when they got done, and everybody applauded, they all piled into that small pub. Every one of them. Imagine getting a tuba, through the front door there. And they continued to play. And I was having so much fun. I had my third pint. And that's why my manager said, Toby, what the hell do you think you're doing? You've got to go on in about an hour. And that's when one of the guys sitting next to me said, from the band there, he said, are you Toby Walker? I said, yeah. Oh, we've all come to see you. So, not to let an opportunity go by, I had the greatest backup band ever. It was just so cool. So I want to play a few instrumentals. I guess it's just a compilation of some Irish fiddle tunes that I arranged. Like to play an English ballad. Not quite as old as that one, but you may recognize it. I was playing, it was one of these little wine, remember wine and cheese places? You bring your date there and you talk and there's some poor guitar player up there nobody's listening to. That was me. And I'm playing all this kind of stuff and the owner comes up and he says, when are you going to start playing things that people know? So I said, well, if you invite me back next week and you have the same crowd, they'll all know my songs. He didn't quite like that answer. That's why my card has sincerely apologized. Anyway, so he turned around and he said, if you don't play anything that people knows, I'm going to fire you right here on the spot. So I played this for him. Thank you. Thank you. So he fired me right there on the spot. I'm not kidding. He was like, "What is that?" And I said, "Well, that was Norwegian Wood." He goes, "You didn't sing." I was like, "I don't know, it's just," and he fired me. And then somebody came up and was playing, popular songs and everything. And I went home without getting paid. And that was 42 years ago. He went out of business 2 years later. I'm still standing. So what does that tell you, right? Okay. I'm going to do this is a tune that it originally came out in the 20s. I think it was recorded by a string band in Memphis, Tennessee. And many people have done versions of it. The rock band Cream did a version of it. And this is my version. It's called Sitting on Top of the World. The spring, one sunny day, my baby left me, Lord, she went away. Now she's gone, now don't worry, I'm sitting on top of the world, sitting on top of the world. She called me up from El Paso, she said, "I'm coming back, baby, oh, I need you so." I said, "Baby, don't bother. Don't bother, man. I'm sitting on top of the world. Sitting on top of the world." Don't pick my peaches. Don't pick my tree. Get out of my orchard, baby, let my peaches be. Now you're gone, I ain't gonna worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Like you got no man. Now you're gone, and I don't worry. I said I'm sitting on top, sitting on top. Yeah, I'm sitting, baby. You know I'm sitting, baby. I said I'm sitting on top of the world. people see me for the first time? How many people see me for the last time? It always gets a laugh. So, we're coming basically, hopefully, completely out of COVID. But, there's all these restrictions with COVID. And I wrote this song years ago, before COVID, called instead of Give Me That Old Time Religion, it's Give Me That Online Religion. I was way ahead of my time. Anyway, when COVID came in, me and a producer that I know, and a great songwriter, Tom Griffith, we sat down and we revised it for the COVID era. So here we go, give me that online religion, give me that online religion, give me that online religion at god.com. And here we go. I was fine when I was told to keep my social distance, but when they said don't go to church, I put up some resistance. My reason to keep going was anything but vague. You don't want to snub the Lord in the middle of a plague. And one day I saw this preacher preaching right to me. He said, you want to go to heaven? Listen here to me. Go right to my website and there you will find salvation for your weary soul through America Online. Give me that online religion. Give me that online religion. Give me that online religion. god.com. Bernie knows the words. My picture is so sharp, it's like I'm right there in the scene. But just to play it safe, I'll stay 6 feet from the screen. And I'll join in with gusto when they sing Amazing Grace. I'll fold my hands in prayer so I won't touch my face. Now those ladies of the websites I no longer miss. Instead I find it interesting witnessing a bris. Only a few people laughing at that one. Maybe you don't know what a bris is. When the mohel takes out those scissors, the little boy. I used to sing this one like up in Canada. No one knew what the hell I was talking about. I sang it down in Merrick, Long Island. Everybody knew what I was talking about. Yeah, when it comes to tithing, hell, that's not hard. Instead of a collection plate, you just give them your MasterCard. Give me that online religion. Give me that online religion. Give me that online religion. god.com. You can be a Catholic, Christian, or Jew. You never have to bust your ass again sitting in a hardwood pew. You can go to places that you've never been before, while you could worship in the Vatican while you're vacuuming your floor. Now some say the internet is the next promised land, where I could cleanse my soul, but first I'll wash my hands. The Lord says to receive, well, all you need to do is ask. And I hope she'll hear me loud and clear when I'm singing through my mask. Give me that online religion. Give me that online religion. Give me that online religion. god.com. Thanks. So I was at another gig, and some guy comes up to me, and he says, don't you know any popular songs? I'm like, and it was a different guy. And I looked, I said, I said, what do you mean? He says, the top 40. I looked at him square in the eye. And I said, well, I don't like crowds. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, because, you know, the stage isn't crowded with musicians that play top 40 songs. I told him, I got the bottom 40 all to myself. Nice and roomy up here. I told him, I said, I don't like crowds. That's why you're all there and I'm up here. So, like, he looked at me, you know, I don't know, and he walked away. But I was lying to him. I know top 40 songs. They're just not really from, they're about 100 years old. But they were top 40 back then. All right, so this one's probably about 90 years old, so here we go. You'll recognize it. Thank you so much. This one's even older than that one. to see all these little gnats flying all around me. I'm kind of doing this, trying to find the notes, and the gnats are just looking at me like, what do you think you're doing? This is our area. So Jeff had said that I had traveled, spent 4 years, probably about 17, 18 trips down into North Carolina, Mississippi, mostly those two states, because that's where I found a lot of old-time blues musicians. And I was looking for a man named James, and his nickname was Son Thomas. And James was probably about 73, 74 years old at this time. And I heard he was giving guitar lessons. So a friend of mine who's down in Clarksdale, Mississippi, he was my contact down there. He says, yeah, he lives in Leland, Mississippi. I said, okay, great. You got an address? He says, no. You got a phone number? No. But I'm sure if you ask around, you'll find this guy. And my usual mode of operation was to go down and ask, on Main Street or maybe a barber shop or something like that, a restaurant. So, and eventually I would find somebody. But this time, as I'm coming into Leland, Mississippi, it's a small little town, right along the road was this tall drink of water with a little, kid on his shoulders. And I stopped and said, sir, I'm from New York. I want to take a guitar lesson from a guy named James Son Thomas. He's a blues musician. He's about 73, 74 years old. And he goes, yeah, I know James. I was like, yes. Where can I find him? Well, you keep going down to the middle of town there, and in the middle there, there's a little town square, and he's at a place called the Chicken Shack. That's where he hangs out. I said, thank you. So I drive to the middle of town, and there's a little, it's actually a round, weeded lot, and there's some stores on the other side, but they look like they're all boarded up, no signs or anything. And then there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken here. And I walk in there feeling like an idiot, because what's a 73-year-old black blues musician hanging out with mommy, daddy, buddy, and sis in a KFC? And of course I walk in there, and there's also all white folks there. And I went up to the manager. I figured maybe he would know. And I said, I'm looking for a guy about 74 years old maybe. His name's James Son Thomas. Do you know of anybody like that? He goes, where, what? No, I can't say. Wait a minute, what's his name? James Son Thomas. Hold on. Hey, Emma, come on out here. And this girl, she couldn't have been more than 17, 18 years old. She comes out, and he goes, oh, this man's looking for James. What's your boyfriend's name again? And she said, James. I went, no, this guy's 74 years old. And she said, well, that's my boyfriend. I think only in Mississippi, right? So I said, okay, I'm looking for him. They said he's at the Chicken Shack. Well, yes, he is. Well, isn't this the chick? No. And she walks out to the front of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they're pointing across that round weeded lot at one of these stores. She says, that there. You see, there's no boards on there, just windows, but no sign, but everybody knows that's the Chicken Shack. He's in there. So I'm really happy. I'm getting closer. So I get across the kicking cans out of my way, and I get across the street, and I walk in, and this is like those old screen doors. You open it up and it goes, and it clicks behind you when you walk in. And it's just a cement floor, mix and match patio furniture. And now there's all black farmers there, so I'm kind of looking around a little bit to see if I recognize them. I walk over to the cook, and I said, I'm looking for a guy named James Son Thomas. He goes, yeah, sure. James is usually here, but he's home right now. I said, well, I'd love to take a guitar lesson from him. Oh, yeah, he would love that. I said, well, how do I get to his house? We walk out to the front. He points down the street at a water tower, says, Leland. He says, you go there, and when you get to the water tower, make a left. And you see, you go down about a block and a half, you're going to see a big white Cadillac pulled up in front of his house. This guy drives a white Caddy? Well, it hasn't run in 37 years. It's just there. And I said, fine. And I drove there, and I see the Cadillac up on cinder blocks, not in the street, on his front lawn. And I walk up. He lived in a shotgun shack. It was a sharecropper's house. And I went up. I opened up the screen door. I walked across the little porch. And I knocked on his door. And all of a sudden, I hear on the other side of that door, it's like the meanest, orniest thing had to be on the other side of the door. And the guy yells from inside, "Who's that?" I said, "Well, you don't know me. My name's Toby Walker. I came for a guitar lesson." And he opened the door, and you know what a white Chiquita dog is? They were originally bred to be Chinese palace guard dogs. This thing came straight at me and literally hit me in the stomach, knocked me down on the porch, and was on top of me, going right in my face. And then it went lick, lick, lick. And I'm like, and then James, I'll never forget him. Like the first time I'm meeting him, he leans over and he says, "That's my dog, Snowball. Snowball usually doesn't like white folks." Thank you. And I get up and I ran back to my car to get my guitar, came back in, and this is the guitar lesson that he showed me. Now, how many people do play guitar at all? Anybody? Just raise your hand. Okay. How many people don't even play it? But guarantee you're going to like this guitar lesson. He says, "I'm going to teach you a song." We're right there in his bedroom. "I'm going to teach you a song called the 61 Highway. That's the highway that you came in on." I said, "Great, great." And he says, "Okay, you're going to form yourself an E chord." I said, "Okay, good." He says, "Now you're going to go to this one." I looked at it. I said, what's the name of that one? He goes, "I don't know. Just put your fingers there. Now you're going to move up here. And then back here. When you go back to your E chord, you're going to go." So, all right. Okay, got it. Now you're going to go to your A flat. Now, we have guitar players out there. I want you to, what's the real name of this chord? A. Who said A? Who said I can't see? That's wonderful. What's your name, sir? He's absolutely correct the second time. Give him a hand. It's very good. 2 answers in a row. Well, he's turned around. He says it's an A flat. I said, "Why do you call that an A flat?" He says, "'Cause your finger's flat. And you're going to do this when you get to the A flat." So I went, "Okay. Now you're going to go back to your E chord. Now then you're going to go here." I didn't know what chord there was, and I wasn't going to ask him. I said, "Just so my thumb goes here." I got it. "Now you're going to go back to your," and I said, "A flat, right?" He goes, "Yeah." Then when you get back to your E chord, you know. All right, let me see if I can get that. He says, "That's good. That's real good. Now in the middle of the song, I'm going to teach you my secret note." I said, "How am I going to know when it's coming?" He says, "I'm going to wink like that." I said, "Okay." Now this is exactly what he played for me. Yeah, 61 highway, longest road that I know. 61 highway, longest road that I know. You know it starts up from Chicago, goes down to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, you can love me or leave me any way you want to do. You can love me or leave me any way you want to do. Well, I'd rather you leave me life of misery. Here it comes. That was it. That was the big secret note. I'll do it again and I'll wink. See? I was sitting there looking at this guy, couldn't believe that. And he says, now, you know the secret note now. And I said, yes, I do. Well, let me hear you play it. And I said, wait till the E chord comes. I even winked. I even winked at him, you know. And he was like, yeah, you got it. Comes from Chicago, goes down to the Gulf of Mexico. Is how he ended it. Thank you. And we got loads of time. I could do my songs all over again. No, I got another one for you. Are you having a great time? Yeah. That's good. I paid everybody $100, regardless how long I was there. And $100 down in Mississippi goes a long way. And I knew there were tourists that would come by and they would play for them on the porch and then they would just drive away. They'd take lots of pictures, lots of selfies, and then they'd leave. So, you know, I didn't want to do anything like that. I don't want to take advantage of them. Besides, they gave me something well worth over $100, right? Here's my version of Shortenin Bread. Chicken to dance right in front of me. 3 little children laying in bed, 2 were sick, the other half dead. Sent for the doctor said, feed those children on Shortenin Bread. When those children laying in bed heard about that Shortenin Bread, they jumped up, started to sing, did a little dance called the chicken wing. Let's get a chicken out of here. Hopped in the kitchen, pull up the lid, see my mom make Shortenin Bread. That's not all she gonna do. She gonna make some cocoa. Sit. Oh, make the cocoa. Shortenin Bread. Winked at the pretty girl and said, would you like a piece of that Shortenin Bread? Mama's little babies, mama's little babies, mama's little babies, mama's little Yeah, all right, yeah. So you ever hear of a guy named Muddy Waters? Muddy Waters, famous blues musician, came out of Mississippi and was smart, got up to Chicago and put away his acoustic guitar, picked up an electric. Well, I was in a band called the Last Chance Blues Band. You ever hear them? You remember them, no? Last Chance Blues Band. We played like all places, but the place that we played the most was a place called my father's place in Roslyn, New York. We were the guys that opened up for all the big stars, all the big blues stars. You have Roy Buchanan, James Cotton, Johnny Winter, opened up for everybody. So I met a lot of people, and I'll never forget the time we opened up for Muddy Waters. We're backstage, and I'm looking at Muddy, and this is in the days when they wore those polyester suits with the big long lapels and everything, and he's sitting there, and on his lap was the prettiest, youngest girl, absolutely gorgeous. And he's like, "That's a man, boy." And she's like, "It's Bobby Foster." Yeah, doing all, and we're just watching this. There's my hero. And the girl gets up, walks across the stage, across the back of the room there, and I'm checking her out, you know. I was like 21, 22 years old, and I look over at Muddy, and Muddy's looking at me, looking at his girlfriend. And then he just looked at me and says, "Yeah, keep looking. When you can play the guitar like I can play the guitar, you get all of them you want." So I have been practicing Muddy Waters songs ever since. He really said that. Anyway, so this is a song that he did. I love this song. I'm going to play it in his style. This is a song called "She's 19 Years Old, but She Has the Ways of a Baby Child." I'm going to tell you, Mama, I don't care how you feel. You're gonna lose yourself a real fine deal, but you're 19 years old. You got the ways of a baby child. No matter what I do, I can't keep you satisfied. I'm gonna tell you again, baby, I don't care how you feel. Yeah, you're gonna lose me is a real fine deal, but you're 19 years old. Got the ways of a baby child. No matter what I do, can't keep you satisfied. He was that night, he would do this. Yeah, I don't know where you're going. I don't know where you've been. You start some conversation, it just never seems to end. But you're 19 years. You got the ways of a baby child. No matter what I do, can't keep you satisfied. while I'm on that top 40 kick, this is my arrangement of Sweet Georgia Brown. Thanks a lot. I was talking to Greg here, who's doing the video, and we both came from Long Island, and we're talking about various different clubs, and this brings up this, so I'm going to do this. I was in that band, Last Chance Blues Band, and we used to play in Queens, all these biker bars. Now, they really weren't biker bars until we got there. All right, they became biker bars because we had a following of bikers. I'm not just talking about the Saturday afternoon guys that go out for a hamburger with, you know, the brand new little... These guys were the real deal. These guys were the Queens chapter of the Pagans. Yeah, all right? These guys were like rough looking, okay? But never a problem. Never, ever had a problem because nobody wants to start a fight in a bar when you have 15 pagans there. So everybody was nice and quiet and enjoyed the music. So we're playing this little neighborhood mom and pop bar on a corner in Astoria. First time we were there. And we get up there and we're doing our usual thing, and you could hear the motorcycles rumbling outside. And these guys come walking in, you know, like I was telling somebody, like a Bronx Tale, if you ever saw that movie. Rough-looking guys, you know, and they come in, they belly up to the bar, they're drinking, and they're cheering us on, and we're cheering. And the owner is looking at me like this. He's flaring red eyes at me and the band. And we get done with the set. We walk over, me and Larry, the band leader, walk over to the bar, and the owner comes over and says, "What the heck do you think you're doing?" And we're like, "What are you talking about?" "You know, this rotten skunk scum, lousy group of bikers in my little bar. And he's really mad. And, you know, Larry's like, oh, hey, you know, calm down. He goes, calm down, I'm not going to calm down. You're fired. All of you, get out of my bar. And Larry, not missing a beat, he said, well, you got to pay us. I'm not paying. And at this point, from behind me, way up here, I hear a voice saying, what's the problem? They turn around, and there's this guy that's like 7 feet tall and 5 feet wide, you know, and he's like, and Larry just turns and says, he's not paying us, so we're leaving. What do you mean? What do you mean he's not? What do you mean you're not paying the band? This is our band, man. And the owner's like, I don't care. I'm gonna call the police. And I swear to God, this guy picks this guy up by his like shoulders and yanks him up onto the bar. And the guy's like a fish, you know, he's like this on the bar. And he says, you don't pay the band. If you have to stop our good time, we're gonna turn this little bar into a pile of matchsticks. So what do you think? And the guy's like, and he had the sensibility to realize the situation he was in. He says, okay, fine, I just don't want any trouble. You guys can play, I'll pay you, I swear, I just don't want trouble. You ain't gonna get any trouble unless you start it. I'm fine. Puts it down, and Larry, he doesn't know when to let go. He says, and we want to get a piece of the bar on top of everything. And the owner's looking at him, and he says, they're going to drink more beer tonight than you have ever sold in 2 months. So you're going to make out, we're going to make out. And we did it. It was amazing. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you're in any type of negotiation, whether it's Verizon or anybody, make sure there's a pagan there. Honest, it worked. So we did songs like this. Drive your automobile. Hey now, baby, let me drive your automobile. You got such a fine looking car, but there's too many drivers at the wheel. I said, now, hey now, pretty mama, how can you do this to me? You say you got one driver, I count 1, 2, and 3. Baby, let me drive that automobile. You got a fine looking car, there's just too many drivers at the wheel. You got a driver for the daytime and another one for the night, but I'm gonna tell you, not one of those drivers are gonna treat your little car right. Baby, let me drive that automobile. You got a fine looking little car, there's just too many drivers at the wheel. Thank you. Let's see. I got another one coming up. I want to thank all the volunteers, and I want to thank Jeff for having me. It's all his fault, right there. I want to thank you. I have CDs up on the table there, and you see, in the days of like recession and God, prices going up, I'm the only idiot that lowers my price. So I have them for $10, and if you buy 2 of them, you get your choice of another one for free. That's it. I'll guarantee them. Guarantee. No, I mean it. If you're not satisfied with any part of that CD, return the unused portion to me, and I'll return the unused portion of your money back to you. That's how I look at it. So they're right up there, and I'll be over there in a little bit. So I'm glad you're all here. It's like a therapist would say in a group. As in, I said, I'm glad you're all here because you're obviously not all there. That's what he said. All right. Don't ask why I was there. I'm gonna do a little bluegrass number, old-timey stuff. Upon the Blue Ridge Mountain, there I take my stand. Upon the Blue Ridge Mountain, there I take my stand. Rifle on my shoulder, 6-shooter in my hand. Lord, Lord, around this world. Lulu, oh Lulu, come and open the door. Before I have to walk on it with my old 44. Lord, Lord, Mama and Papa, little sis make 3. Mama and Papa, little sis make 3. They're coming in the morning. That's the last you'll see of me. Lord, Lord, around this world. Upon the Blue Ridge Mountain, there I take my stand. Upon the Blue Ridge Mountain, there I take my stand. Rifle on my shoulder, 6-shooter in my hand. Lord, Lord, around this world. Lord. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot. I thank you for all coming out. I had a really good time. And I don't just say I'm thankful for you all coming out. I'm happy you're all here. You see, I really am happy that you're all here because, well, if you weren't here, I wouldn't be happy. So I'm happy you're all here. All right. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
He thinks he's getting away that easy. I don't think so. You want him back for at least one more, right?
Okay. All right. You got it. All right. You asked for it.
I did.
He did. And you people agreed. I was in this one band. It was a country western band, or it was a rock band, depending on where we played. And the band leader would tell us, now if we pull up to a place that has a nice parking lot, and Eldorados and Cutlass Supremes and things like that, we're going to do Buck Owens and Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard. I said, okay, fine. However, if we pull up to a place and there's a dirt parking lot and pickup trucks, we're doing Leonard Skinner and Marshall Tucker and the Allman Brothers. I said, fine. This was the first band I was ever in on the road. I was 17, just turning 18, and we were on the road for 11 weeks straight, up and down I-95. And it was great. So I'm going to do my version of a tune by the Allman Brothers called Whipping Post. Yet I was lied to and thrown down. I don't know why I let that woman treat me like a fool. She took my money and she wrecked my new car. Now she's with one of my good time buddies, sitting in some crosstown bar. Sometimes I feel